A decade ago, the Dallas Cowboys thought they had drafted the next Deion Sanders. After an amazing junior year at LSU, this player seemed primed to be an NFL superstar. Instead, injuries and scheme fits derailed his career, making him one of the biggest draft busts in the past decade. With today being the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft, I thought we should go back to the 2012 Draft and look at the career of Morris Claiborne. Morris Claiborne was born on February 7, 1990, and grew up in Shreveport, Louisiana. Claiborne played high school football at Fair Park Indians High School, where he would go on to become a star quarterback, wide receiver, and defensive back. During his sophomore year, he was named Shreveport-Bossier Male High School Athlete of the Year by the Shreveport Times. As a senior, Morris had 2,000 all-purpose yards and 30 touchdowns at quarterback. Morris finished his high school career finishing as a 3-time All-District selection at both the wide receiver and defensive back position. He was also a star track athlete, winning the 100-meter outdoor state championship in 2009. He also ran the fourth leg on the 4x100-meter relay squad, helping them win the championship, and also competed in the 200-meter as well. Claiborne also played basketball and baseball. The dude was just an athletic freak. Coming out of high school, according to 24/7 Sports Composite, Mo was a 3-star recruit who was the 26th best athlete and 540th best player in the 2009 cycle. He received 6 different Division I offers from Arkansas State, LSU, Louisiana Tech, Nebraska, Texas A&M, and Tulane. He ultimately chose to attend LSU. As a freshman, Mo mainly played as a backup, appearing in 7 games and finishing with 7 tackles. He originally entered fall camp as a receiver, but was later moved to the cornerback position a few weeks into fall drills. He served mainly as Patrick Peterson's backup, but would have a breakout season his sophomore year. He started 12 games for the Tigers and led the team in passes defended with 11. He finished the season as a second-team All-SEC selection by the AP and the coaches. He finished with 5 interceptions, 37 tackles, and 1 tackle for loss. He also became the first Tiger since LaRon Landry in 2006 to post back-to-back games with an interception when he picked off a pass against Florida and McNeese State. He followed his sophomore year up with an even more impressive junior season when he finished the season with 51 tackles, 6 pass breakups, and 6 interceptions. He scored 2 touchdowns, 1 on defense and 1 on special teams. He was a key corner for the Tigers and won the Jim Thorpe Award for his efforts, which is given to the best defensive back each year. He also finished as a unanimous first-team All-American and first-team All-SEC. He helped lead LSU to a 13-1 record, the SEC title, and a spot in the national championship game. Prior to his junior season, Claiborne was not viewed as a first-round NFL draft pick, but halfway through the 2011 season, he was skyrocketing up draft boards. Before his stellar 2011 season, many thought he played so well due to playing opposite Patrick Peterson, but Claiborne was able to erase all doubts. Towards the end of his junior season, Claiborne had established himself as one of the best cornerback prospects for the 2012 NFL Draft, unanimously projected to be a top 6 selection. On January 12, 2012, Claiborne announced his decision to forego his remaining eligibility and enter the 2012 NFL Draft. Claiborne finished his LSU career viewed as one of the top cornerbacks in school history. In 3 years, he finished tied for 6th in school history in career interceptions with 11, and 2nd in interception return yards with 274. During the draft process, controversy broke out surrounding Claiborne when his Wonderlic score was leaked. Claiborne scored a 4 out of a possible 50. To put that in perspective, the average NFL player scores about 20, which signifies average intelligence. A score of 10 or above signifies literacy. With that being said, the Wonderlic test doesn't really lead to NFL success or failure. Brendan O'Hare from Bleacher Report writes, "These tests don't really matter. Some of the most below-average intelligent players in NFL history were also the best. Dan Marino got a 13, and Terry Bradshaw got a 15. Frank Gore is a recipient of a 6, and Super Bowl champion Hakeem Nicks dropped an 11. Then there's the idiotic theory that players who score extremely high on the Wonderlic test are too smart because they threaten the intelligence of the coaching staff. The theory itself is correct, but what the theory regards is just so stupid. Things only got worse when an LSU source tried to stand up for Claiborne, according to ESPN. O'Hare writes, but instead made him somehow seem less intelligent than before, saying Claiborne is a visual learner. He has a high football IQ. He just learns in a different way. He's a visual learner. He can handle the playbook and schemes in the NFL. Roger Goodell was not happy that the information was leaked, telling the media, Disclosing this confidential information about draft-eligible players to the public can be extremely damaging to players, clubs, and the league. After being drafted, Claiborne came out and admitted he blew off the test after seeing it had nothing to do with football. The score did not really affect Claiborne's draft stock, as according to scouts, he was viewed as the highest graded cornerback in the draft since Deion Sanders. The Dallas Cowboys would draft Claiborne 6th overall during the 2012 NFL Draft. The Cowboys traded up from the 14th pick to the 6th pick, sending their pick and a second-round pick to the St. Louis Rams. During the pre-draft process, the Cowboys did not even have a pre-draft visit with Claiborne, as they didn't think it was realistic he would be available at 14th overall. Jerry Jones stated Claiborne would be the only player the Cowboys would be willing to trade up for in the first round. After being drafted, it also came out that Claiborne withheld surgery to repair a wrist injury until he performed at the NFL Combine and LSU's Pro Day. He sustained a wrist injury on November 5, 2011, but elected to play through it for the remainder of the season. Due to the surgery, Claiborne was unable to participate in rookie minicamp, and during training camp, he competed for the starting cornerback job against Mike Jenkins. He won the job and made his first career start against the New York Giants in the season opener. He showed the potential of being a future superstar during his rookie year. Then, the struggles and injury bug began for Mo, as he dealt with multiple injuries throughout the season. When he did play, he looked lost on the field. In 2014, he missed most of preseason with knee tendonitis and an AC joint separation. At the end of September, he tore his patella tendon in his left knee. This could have been a career-threatening injury, but Claiborne was able to progress better than expected and avoided missing time during training camp in 2015. Mo won the starting cornerback job, but was once again hampered by injuries throughout the season. He signed a one-year basically prove-it deal going into the 2016 season and was having his best season as a Cowboy until yet again the injury bug came to rear its ugly head. He suffered a concussion against the Packers and a few weeks later hurt his groin, which caused him to miss 9 games. When he returned for the playoffs, he played the first half before suffering a rib injury during the third quarter. In 5 seasons with the Cowboys, Claiborne had 151 tackles, 4 fumble recoveries, and 4 interceptions, never having more than 1 interception per season, and only played in 47 games of a possible total of 80. In 2017, he signed with the New York Jets, making 15 starts and recording 43 tackles, 8 passes defended, and 1 interception. The following season, he started 15 games once again for the Jets before suffering an ankle injury. He finished the year with a career high in tackles with 57, 14 passes defended, and 2 interceptions. In 2019, he signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, but was suspended for the first few games of the season due to violating the league's substance abuse policy. He was activated in October and was a part of the Chiefs' Super Bowl winning squad despite being inactive for the game. After the season, the Chiefs decided not to re-sign him. So what went wrong for Claiborne? Well, there was obviously the injuries that held him back. Back in 2017, Claiborne told the media, "I feel like I could be the number 1 corner in the league if I'm healthy. When I'm healthy. When I'm out there and playing and I'm healthy and I'm on my game, I don't feel like there's anybody better than me." The issue was, he could never stay healthy. What about the drop-off between his rookie year and second year in the league? According to Fanside, during his time at LSU, Claiborne primarily played man coverage. With Tyrann Mathieu, Patrick Peterson, and Morris Claiborne, the LSU Tigers had some elite man corners. As a result, Claiborne really didn't have much experience in zone coverage. The reason the Cowboys brought in Morris was because Rob Ryan needed a corner that can cover one-on-one. Rob Ryan was fired after his rookie season, and they brought Monty Kiffin in. The reason Morris struggled is because of his inexperience in zone coverage. A blue-chip prospect should have no problem transitioning into the NFL. They have solid technique and form. But for Morris, he was a fish out of water. He looked great when he played in Rob Ryan's man coverage scheme. However, in the Tampa 2 scheme, Morris was facing a learning curve. Morris Claiborne's NFL career is full of what-ifs. What if he doesn't get hurt? What if Rob Ryan isn't fired? Does he become the next Deion Sanders? Who knows? What you can't take away from him was his impressive college career. What do you think? Is Morris Claiborne one of the biggest draft busts in the past decade? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more college football content, and check out one of my other videos the algorithm knows you will love right here. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.